One of the biggest stressors in today's world is money, money, money. Today, I want to talk about how you can become debt-free to purchase your first home. My husband and I were $65,000 in consumer debt, and we followed Dave Ramsey's baby steps to get out of debt in just 13 short months. Now, who is Dave Ramsey? Dave Ramsey is a well-known financial expert. He's a motivational speaker, an author, and he also has a podcast. He's best known for his straightforward, no-nonsense approach to managing money. Now, some people are all team Dave Ramsey, some people are completely against Dave Ramsey, and some people are in the middle. I'm here to personally tell you that the Dave Ramsey baby steps worked for us. Now, I do have some different points of view when it comes to Dave Ramsey and his money management and the things that he recommends. However, we utilize his baby steps, we followed them, and it worked. His baby steps are a series of financial guidelines aimed at helping people achieve financial stability and eventually build wealth. Now, before we take a dive into the baby steps, please, if you find this video valuable or helpful, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to join in on this real estate ride. As I said, my husband and I were $65,000 in consumer debt. We followed Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and we managed to get ourselves out of debt in just 13 short months. So let's get into these baby steps. Baby step 1, save a $1,000 emergency fund. Start by saving $1,000 as quickly as possible. I cannot stress it enough. You want to save that $1,000 with extreme intensity. The $1,000 is used as a buffer for things that may come up, such as small medical bills or minor car repairs. Now, you may say to yourself, $1,000 is not a lot of money, especially if you have a family. That is the entire point. That $1,000 should light some fire under you to dig yourself out of debt as quickly as possible, and then you start building a fully funded emergency fund, which is another baby step. Now, one thing that the baby steps do not go into great detail about, if you Google it online, is emptying your savings account if you already have more than $1,000 and stopping any contributions towards any retirement accounts that you may have. This was not something that was easy for my husband and I to do. This was one of the things that kind of delayed us in starting the baby steps. So what you want to do, if you have, let's say you have $5,000 in the bank, it's recommended that you take all but $1,000 from that savings account and throw that $4,000 in this scenario, throw that money towards your debt. If you're contributing to a retirement account or maybe an investment account, you want to stop contributing to that and take the money that you were using to contribute to those accounts and use it to build your $1,000 emergency fund. Now, again, this may be very difficult for some people, but it does work. Now, once you have your $1,000 emergency fund, you move on to baby step 2, which is paying down all of your debt from smallest to largest. All of your debt minus your mortgage from smallest to largest. This includes any credit card bills, student loans, medical bills, any type of debt that you have. So what you want to do is focus on paying the smallest debt first while paying the minimum amount on the other accounts. Not the smallest one, not the one with the smallest interest rate, but the one that has the actual lowest balance. So the money that you were saving, that you were putting towards any retirement accounts or brokerage accounts, once you have that $1,000 emergency fund built up, any of that extra income, you want to take it and throw it at your debt. So let's say, for example, we'll just use 4 debt scenarios here. Let's say you have a credit card for $500. You have student loans totaling $3,000. You have a car that needs to be paid off and it is $8,000. And let's say you have another car that needs to be paid off that's $10,000. So what you would do, you would take all of your extra money, any extra money that you have, and pay off that $500 debt. And then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to pay off that $3,000 debt. And then you're going to pay off that $8,000 debt and the $10,000 debt. It's called the snowball method. Now, one thing that I need to stress, whenever you're doing this, you do not want to eat out. You pretty much, Dave Ramsey says, live on beans and rice, rice and beans. So you're cutting back your lifestyle. That's one of the biggest problems, in my opinion, when it comes to money problems. We live above our lifestyle. Pretty much there's too much month left at the end of the money. Too much month left at the end of the money. So you need to start bringing your lifestyle down. No eating out. You want to cook at home, cook budget-friendly meals. Now, one thing my husband and I did that helped us, we did have what we call a fun money budget. So I'm not telling you to just sit in the house and look at each other and go crazy. Our fun money budget was personally $100 for every 2 weeks. Nobody could understand how we did that, but it was $100 cash. You feel cash a lot more. So after that $100 was gone, that was it. So my recommendation, if you still need some type of life, go ahead and set aside a fun money budget. Make it reasonable, and remember, you're trying to bring down your lifestyle. So not eating out, I feel, can save you tons of money. All right, so once you have all of your debts paid off, then you're gonna go to baby step 3. And this is where you want to build a fully funded emergency fund. Dave Ramsey recommends 3 to 6 months of expenses. So you want to calculate your total living expenses, whatever it takes to run your household. Remember, you're debt free, so you now have some extra money. Whatever it takes to run your household, you want to have 3 to 6 months of that. 3 months if you have more of a stable career, like a 9 to 5, and 6 months, maybe even 12 months if you have more of a job that goes up and down, maybe a commission-based job like myself. Now imagine having $25,000 for an emergency fund. There's no need for credit cards or anything like that, because if something comes up, you have the money. When you have an emergency fund, emergencies just become inconveniences. I'll say that again. Emergencies become inconveniences. You have to get your money right, especially if you are planning on buying a home. When something breaks in the house, if you own it, you are responsible for it. If that HVAC goes out, you're responsible for it. If that roof has a leak, you are responsible for it. If you have an emergency fund built up, your life is going to be a lot less stressful. Baby steps 4 and 5 are done simultaneously. You want to start investing 15% of your household income into retirement accounts. And once you start investing into those accounts, you want to go ahead and do baby step 5, which is save for your kids' college fund. Now, I believe in today's day and age, if you are not setting aside some money for your children, you are doing them a disservice. So even if you're not saving money specifically for their college, save money for them for something. You want to start saving for your kids' college or whatever it may be at an early age, when they're 1, 2, and 3, so that way you can take advantage of the compound interest. So once you're putting away that 15%, determine how much money you want to save per week or per month for each of your children. Your children will thank you when they get older. Trust me. Baby step 6, pay off your mortgage early. Pay off your mortgage early. So all of the money that you were putting towards debt is now freed up. Now you can do things like go on that vacation. So Dave Ramsey recommends taking any extra money that you can and paying off your mortgage early. Now, if you do not have a home and you want to save money for a down payment for a house, you want to go back and create what's called a baby step 3B. So baby step 3 is saving that fully funded emergency fund. Baby step 3B is saving for a down payment for a house. Now, down payment amounts, we can talk about that in another video, but make sure you do that if you're saving for a house. Baby step 3B, and then you go to baby step 4, which is investing 15%. Again, baby step 5 is saving for your kids' college. Baby step 6, you're paying off your mortgage with intensity. Now, you don't have to be as intense as you were in doing baby steps 1, 2, and 3, but you do want to pay it off with some type of intensity. If you've listened to Dave Ramsey before, he likes to use the term gazelle-like intensity. I'm telling you, look up a lion chasing a gazelle and watch how fast and intense that gazelle is. That'll give you a visual of how quickly you should be working to get out of debt. Now, baby step 7, you're debt free, you have no mortgage, you live like no one else, so you can give like no one else. Imagine waking up with no debt, no mortgage. You are officially financially free. Once you've reached baby step 7, you can prioritize giving, you can prioritize building wealth, you can prioritize things that are most important to you. Now, as I said, the baby steps worked really well for my husband and I. It was not an easy task. We were both going to get second jobs just to get out of debt. Now, real estate did start taking off, so any extra money that we made from commissions was thrown at our debt, and like I said, we paid it off in just 13 short months. I'm telling you this because I have lived it and I know what it feels like to be bound and trapped by debt. It is not a good feeling. But if you take a look at these 7 baby steps and practically apply them to your life, I guarantee you, you can get out of debt much faster than you think. It takes discipline, and if home ownership is one of your goals, I highly recommend and encourage you to pay down some of your debt. You'll save yourself a lot of stress in the future. As always, I hope this video was valuable and at least entertaining for you. If you did find it valuable and you want more information about paying off debt or purchasing a home, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join me on this real estate walk. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.